Hey guys, welcome back. DripCoach here with Drip and Farm for Property, where we don't trust, we verify and operate with integrity and transparency. Today, we're diving into the 100-day anniversary of Dripx. We are finally here, and 102 to be actually. And yeah, so we got the good, the bad, and the ugly. So good news is we're here. 102 days, made it this far. I think the Titan-X community didn't think we'd make it this far. The devs have continued to dev behind the scenes. The reservoir still has how much in it? $300,000 worth still in here. It's still doing buyback and burns. And then of course, if you've been following along, you know that the bulk of the excitement, so to speak, or the sustainability of the protocol has been migrated over to Pulse-Chain, where there's still 1.2 million staked, and they just recently had 27 BNB bridge back over from ICE and the farms and stuff over there. So there is an entire ecosystem built around this, and it has legs. So I mean, there's not much else the devs need to do. That's the good. It's like already done and it's working, right? And if you have bags over here, then you are probably printing and everything is honky-dory for you. But there are those of us like myself that decided not to come over here or never got into Pulse Drip to begin with, so you didn't have the P-Drip to pair and all that other stuff, or you just didn't feel like migrating. Who knows, whatever the reasons were. Because again, the idea behind DripX was to support the drip ecosystem, create some kind of sustainability in that. We saw the price pump temporarily from that, and still have that 2.5 some odd million in drip tokens. So it served its purpose, and then the devs just kind of migrated to create a more sustainable ecosystem. So I get it, but for my position, playing it just solely as it was originally designed, I am sitting at I already showed you guys, nothing changed much on this, but basically a 40% ROI on the main position that I made, the one that I went with shallow miners, because again, I was looking at what other players were doing in the space from Titan-X and the expectations of it not being around that long. So all of my stakes and my miners have paid out on this one. I did not buy any more in here. I'm not doing any more in here. This litmus test or thesis has played itself out. Still have some DripX sitting available, which is worth how much? Where is that? Where is the swap? Hold on. Yes, can just do it there. So it's worth about $45. Then in payouts, I still have theoretically another, in the 369-day cycle, this will probably get diluted a lot, but we'll just throw that in here to see, just so you guys can know what it would be right now. 194, that would give me 50%, 53% ROI. Now I know it's not gonna be there. It could actually be higher. Let me preface that, because BNB could skyrocket by that time. So it's unknown unknowns, but right now for this bag, 40%. Now let's take a look at the other position I created, which I went in about, I don't know, 3 to 5 days after launch, and then went with a longer strategy with other miners, long-term miners, or not long, yeah, long-term miners, but lower amounts. So like 1 power or 1 level, level 1 miners, level 3, things of that nature. So this is unrealized profits. The other one is realized losses, because it's all been matured and there's nothing else left besides that $190. So that test is done and dusted, and that is a 60% loss. Like there's no other way to look at that right now. This one is to be determined. So the theoretical ROI on here, I haven't claimed anything. There's 1,300 here, and I put 1,000 in. Then there's also in the stakes another 128, so 14. So this one's about a 50%, 150%. So almost washes out the loss, but this one won't mature for quite some time. So the miners here go all the way out till oops, that's in the wrong order. 90%. There we go. Go all the way out until day 272, which is like 180 days from now or so, roughly. A little less than that, 172 days from now. And actual amount of Dripx in this wallet is $84. So again, this one will come out to like about a 50%, like a 1.5x is the easiest way to summarize that. And none of it's really coming from payouts. So I haven't even claimed any of this. It's just sitting here. And bulk of the payouts are still smaller amounts. So all in all, that's the good, bad, and the ugly. So the ugly is that one of my accounts is down 60% and the other one is up 50% almost, but it's unrealized profits that I will not be able to take out. And then some of the more good is the potential of what could happen in this bull run or banana zone coming up, as Raoul Pal has coined it. We don't know what BNB will do. Still kind of bounce around at the $500 to $600 mark, but I believe there's some gains to be had from BNB. But all in all, yeah, my thesis is done. I said I was gonna go to day 120. Nothing's gonna change from 102 to 120. So compared to the initial of Drip, this would be a fail in my book. Now, granted, from where I got in Drip, I don't know where I was at 100 days post where I got in. I don't think I was down 60% at that stage. So let me see something. That's a good, interesting question. All right, so the position I got in the Drip cycle, it would have been down 76%. And with compounding, that probably would have came out to the exact same L. So probably around 60% loss. So ironically, then they've done exactly the same. And now when you think about that, it makes perfect sense because the same players that were around for the launch of Drip to make all the gains are the same ones that pretty much probably made all the gains here. That's why I keep telling you guys, don't trust, verify, and realize that the deck is stacked against you, and that this entire cycle, the entire narrative for the most part, is just a few key players making money, recycling narratives, and then the community is getting wrecked on their behalf. There's very few sustainable projects where everybody makes money at percentages that are degen yield. So if you're looking for that, then realize that somebody's going to be left holding the bag. The only other way to play that is to go into, you know, farming and staking and things of that nature that are slower, but more guaranteed. And then again, like what Raoul Pal said, you know, you can bet on Bitcoin, which has appreciated 140% average over the last decade. So 140% ain't bad. Whereas everything else, there's a strong likelihood that you're gonna be left holding the bag. So yeah, all in all, that is my update on this. So I maybe might do the 120-day video, but I don't really see a point since everything has been paid out on this one, and this payout doesn't come for quite a while, another 180 days or so. Maybe if there's a BNB pump or something else, but like I said, the team doesn't have to do anything to build or do anything else. So there's not much else driving the FOMO, the excitement, the hype. So they built this and it's doing its thing, and that's it. So the only kind of FOMO or hype that'll drive prices over here is if something like crazy bullish happens on Pulse, or BNB gets a price pump or something like that. But again, here's the problem. When that happens, those that got in early and have tons of DripX on the sidelines, they got all the old miners and all that stuff, they're just going to continue to sell off. That's why we haven't been able to climb out of this hole, because they're, even with the reduction of the inflation, the burning, and all these things that the devs have put in, they cannot outpace the amount of tokens that was already kind of built in from day one. Remember, 40 billion was the original. So there's people that were accumulating a ton of DripX tokens at cheap prices, and then they kept changing the amount until they finally got this 8 billion miner number. But there's still plenty of DripX in people's wallets. They can still buy it super cheap on the DEX off PancakeSwap. So it's going to take a lot to climb out of here, because now that this is the lows chopping between these areas, any pump in the chart is going to get sold off, people holding it in their wallet, and or people buying it just to swing trade it. So that's, again, the lessons learned from previous cycles and other projects. When you're looking to slowly accumulate massive amounts of a token, you are going to be at the mercy of those playing the game differently, that have the bigger bags from the cycles that they've been in longer and stuff like that. So yeah, I just don't see DeFi really as a place for a newbie to come in and get rich quick. You are more than likely just gonna get wrecked over and over and over again, and then you may get lucky, you know, but for every one person gets lucky, 1,000 got wrecked. I don't know if the video about the meme token has come out yet, but that just lets you know how this place operates, and the odds are just not in your favor. And that's even with honest devs, fair launches, you know, everything. It's just, do the numbers yourself. If 1,000 people put in $1, then only one of them can make a 1,000x. So it's just the way it works, you know, and 10 of them can make a 100x, right? So it's still, the odds aren't in your favor. It just doesn't happen. All right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.